The simple conventional wisdom used to be that staying slim and trim was mainly a matter of diet willpower, or failing that, diet pill power. But there is mounting new evidence that the reasons for today's unprecedented epidemic of obesity are anything but simple.
And now you're down to 6.6.
Dr. Lisa Marie DeRosimo is a Florida physician specializing in bariatrics, or the management of obesity.
Overweight and obesity are a mix of your genes and your environment. In America, we tend to eat too much and exercise too little. Fast foods, convenience items, this is really where you've seen the rise in obesity. And if you have the genetic propensity, if you have one parent, your risk is even higher. Two parents, it's really much higher, about 75 or 80% risk of being overweight or obese if your parents are. You can't pick your parents, but you can pick the foods that you eat.
Real estate developer Michael Sabatello, one of Dr. DeRosimo's patients, picked the food he loved since childhood.
Pasta, lots of pasta. I often said to people, I cannot believe that he does not have heart disease because of the way that he would eat.
I call it the silent killer. I never felt I had a problem. I never felt I had a disease. So a lot of the stuff I didn't adhere to. I didn't follow the regimen. You know, I guess I waited for the big warning. I had the big warning.
100 over 60.
Michael's big warning was a massive heart attack 4 years ago at a hotel in Reno, Nevada, where he and his wife, Madeline, were vacationing.
He woke me about 5 o'clock in the morning and said, I don't know what's wrong, but I feel strange. And then he went into a very cold sweat and he turned gray. And I picked up the phone and I called 911.
As a diabetic, I lose nerve sensation in my chest. So you always hear or read about a heart attack patient says it was like a bus was parked on my chest. I felt nothing.
And they said, we're going to airlift him to the trauma center in Reno. And, you know, they told me that I couldn't go in the helicopter, there wasn't enough room. When I got to the hospital, he was suffering the worst part of the heart attack right then, and they were injecting blood thinners directly in through the artery to try to stop the damage.
I remember somebody saying to me, Michael, you're going to hate this. And they had to give me the paddles. And it's just like on television, when the body jumps off the gurney, my body jumped off the gurney. And I can remember saying to him, what the heck was that? And he said, I told you were going to hate it. My wife tells me that they told her my heart had stopped 3 times.
Hi, John.
Hi, doctor. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Just great.
Good.
Dr. Nancy Bohannon is Director of Clinical Research for the Cardiovascular Risk Reduction Program at St. Luke's Hospital in San Francisco.
Sedentary lifestyle is probably much more important than the actual food. Our ancestors didn't talk about exercise because living was exercise.
A busy limousine driver, Bob Liebau spends most of his days sitting, whether driving or waiting to drive.
Now we've got computers. Most people work is exhausting mentally, but physically they're doing nothing.
Bob's only explanation for his weight issue is his inactivity.
A typical day for me would be to get up anywhere between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. and pick up people that have early travel plans. Do some more work up until about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Go home and have dinner. And by that time, I'm really exhausted. So I usually go home after having dinner and watch TV.
Mary Lee Kingsley is a busy executive at a top international hotel chain. She is also a wife, mother, and the kind of person who tries to give 100% to all 3 roles. Despite her hectic schedule, Mary managed to keep up a daily exercise routine. But the mental exhaustion of her job began to take its toll.
I was just balancing so much, and at the same time, I was unhappy with myself. I was unhappy with my body. Hypertension's been in the family always, and my family's always struggled with their weight. And I think that it just scared me so much that it was like one of those scared straight kind of things.
An intriguing new discovery about one of the causes for obesity lies in the endocannabinoid system, a physiological engine of the human body that's been humming along quietly, efficiently, and virtually unnoticed for thousands of years until now. That's a subject of keen interest to Dr. Louis Aroney, director of the Comprehensive Weight Control Program at the Weill Cornell Medical Center in Manhattan.
Good, everything is going really well.
The endocannabinoid system is a system of receptors distributed throughout the body that play a key role in many bodily functions, including the regulation of body weight.
The endocannabinoid system normally helps a person recognize when they're satiated. When a person overeats chronically, then that system becomes dysfunctional. Your endocannabinoid system can get turned on and your body doesn't recognize when it's full.
And overactivity of the endocannabinoid system can lead to more weight gain. It's almost like we're seeing a vicious cycle evolve.